Well, Jim, this is probably a game you've been looking forward to probably since you joined Exeter, isn't it?
Yeah, it's definitely one I've always had in the back of my mind, and it's pretty good. The Christmas fixture got cancelled with the weather and everything, but you know, it's been in the back of my mind for quite a while.
I know when you came to Exeter, you said you wanted to lead them into a Premiership, and you're now here with Exeter and enjoying top flight rugby again. What's it been like for you all this time?
Last year was kind of strange being in the Championship away from it all, but you know, it's definitely given me a refreshed energy, and you know, I feel completely rejuvenated coming down here. And my first season in the Premiership with the Chiefs, you know, I feel completely like I have almost a new career and started again, and I feel like full of energy. I
know a lot of people outside of this place at the start of the year were saying the Chiefs are going to struggle, but we're seven wins into the campaign now, and we're not struggling, as it were.
Well, yeah, and I think no one really knew anything about us. That's why that was their opinion. You know, we obviously had quite a confidence here, and that was great for us. And you know, becoming the underdog, I think, didn't do us any harm through the start of the year. And you know, I think we're kind of still there really as an underdog, but you know, we obviously were quite confident in what we could do.
Today, sell-out crowd expected now for Bath, and that it's going to be ramped to this. How much of a factor is Sandy Park in itself? You know, the crowd, the whole place, and that.
I think the people who come here week to week know how much it means to the players, for everyone, all the local people to back us, and you know, it's great here in the Tom Hook shop wherever we go, and even in the away games last week in Newcastle, really evident our supporters up there. You know, so they obviously play a big factor for us. How
big a win was that last week up at Newcastle? You know, you come right off a great performance here against Harlequins, but then Newcastle away, a tough Friday night. The conditions weren't great, but it was a big win, wasn't it?
I think it was. You know, like I say, it was never going to be a free-flowing rugby game with the way the pitch was and the conditions and everything. But you know, I think we ground out a victory. You know, which is important to win when you're perhaps not playing at your best. And you know, that kind of winning kind of spirit within the boys remained. It was, you know, it was like you say, it was a very important win with the team being around us in the table as well.
A lot of people also talk about the sort of work ethic of the boys here and that, and the way a lot of you have bonded together. That's emphasised in the amount of people that have re-signed, yourself included, for the next 2 years.
Yeah, I think, you know, pretty much everyone that's here is re-signed, and I think everyone, you know, you speak to any of the players how much they enjoy day-to-day their weeks, and you know, the games, and not just the rugby part of it, but the kind of the social aspect of the squad. And you know, everyone seems really settled here, and hopefully anyone that comes in will buy into that and be exactly the same.
Look ahead to this weekend. Bath, they're coming off a great win against Northampton last weekend. It's your old club. What's it going to mean for you to tackle them?
Well, I think, you know, obviously I've spent a lot of time there previously, but you know, more importantly, there's some league points up for grabs. You know, and obviously, like you say, they're coming off the back of a couple of great wins, and they're in some amazing form. So it's up to us to kind of like impose ourselves, I suppose, on them, and not let them take too much control. What
have you said as a group this week about where to perhaps nullify them, where their threats are, and that?
Well, you know, I think their kind of threats are all over, really. Even though it sounds too much of a cliche. You know, they've got a strong forward pack, and they've got some devastating backs. So how well they finished last week. So you know, I think, you know, our all-over defence obviously very important. And then you know, controlling our basics in attack. As
I said earlier, though, here against Harlequins just a couple of weeks ago, we showed what we're all about, though, as well. Yeah,
you know, they were a team that came down again on great form, and you know, we had a few minutes at the start which definitely took it out of us. But you know, we rode the storm and we came out the other side, and you know, hopefully we'll be able to kind of put in that kind of effort and work great in defence again this week.
Well, best for the weekend, James.
Cheers.